guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited to have you guys here today. Today we are going to be doing these Gelx press-on nail sets, so definitely stay tuned because these are going to be something fun to do. So what I use to tack them down is these little press-on nail, I don't even know what they would be called, but if I do find them, I'll link them down below. They come in a really big pack and they'll last you forever, so definitely recommend checking those things out. I will link them. I forget what they are called, so please forgive me. But the Gelx that I am using is the Chaun Legend Gelx tips, so definitely recommend checking these out. The apex on these are so beautiful. Honestly, I wish they would have done his types of shapes in all different lengths and sizes, just because I do feel like shape is so beautiful. Like, I'm obsessed with these ones, but again, it is hard for me to wear longer nails for myself. I wish I was somebody who could go with super long extravagant nails, but in reality I can't. I don't know why I can't function. Maybe it's just because I've been with short nails for so long and I'm afraid to actually put longer nails on. But I am going to be shaping them, and I am going to be using this new dust brush. But honestly, you guys, if you guys haven't tried it, dust underneath the nails, making sure I get all of that stuff off. Just because I feel like sometimes when filing Gelx, especially at the tips, I do feel like it has some of the Gelx still stuck to the bottom, but is just the leftover filing, and it's so hard to get it off. So highly recommend getting one of these brushes. I love this for the cuticles. I've been using it on my clients and I feel like it's great. It has almost like the same bristles as the brush as you would use for like the little plastic throwaway brushes, but I feel like these are so much better. Alright, now I am going to go ahead and try and figure out with all of these colors what kind of colors that I do want to do with my Gelx. These are some of the ones that I have, and yeah, so honestly you guys, I have a lot to choose from. So I am going to try to pair up the snowflakes with the best kind of color. I am feeling more of like the neutral kind of tones, French tip kind of vibe. So that is kind of like what I might end up going with. Okay, I did decide I am going to be keeping it more of a gold kind of thing, keeping it with the snowflakes that I have going on. And then I also wanted to do a white. So the white that I am going to be using today is from Colorland Gels. It is number 7. I highly recommend if you're looking for a gel, a white gel where you're able to do designs with. I definitely recommend checking this out because it is highly pigmented. If you are going to be using matte over it though, I do recommend putting a gloss top coat over it, just because I do feel like the matte ends up smearing the color. But I am running out of this color. That's why you guys might see me struggling a little bit to apply it, but just because yeah, I am trying to use the remainder of my bottle. I go through white so fast. So honestly, when I do repurchase from this site, I do end up getting a few top coats, a few whites, and then I will end up getting a black polish as well, just because those are usually my go-to. And then the reds as well. I feel like the reds I have to buy every so often, but definitely the white and the black I go through so fast. Alright, now we are going to go ahead and get another Extend Gel. The Extend Gel that I am using is in shade Carla. This is a really pretty color. I do want to try to find more brands that have like a Gelx kind of polish. But if you guys want a lighter color of it, Ariel from Extend Gel, the Extend Gel from Gelx, I do feel like that is a really pretty color as well. But I will go ahead and link both of those down for you. But I do feel like it is a little sticky applying it, but it does add some strength to the nail, which is, honestly, it's amazing. I love it. And then that is what it looks like. I ended up also getting this stand off of Amazon, so if you guys are interested in seeing this stand or wanting to purchase this for yourself, it is a really, really pretty acrylic nail stand. And yeah, so definitely recommend checking that out. And then I'm going to go ahead and do another solid white just because I just love solid white nails. I love solid white, I love milk white, and yeah. Any white glitters, honestly, I'm into it. I love it. I love seeing it on nails. I feel like it looks super elegant and looks clean. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and apply that same color that I used for that pointer finger. I'm going to go ahead and apply it to this pinky finger as well. And then even if you guys see streaks in the extend gel, if it is something that is bothering you, something that I definitely recommend doing is letting your product settle before you cure it into the lamp. And when you let it settle, what you're going to want to do too is actually wipe the sides again. Just because I do feel like sometimes when this extend gel, it does settle, it ends up seeping more towards the side. Now I'm going to go ahead and pop this into the light for 60 seconds. Okay, now that that is done, we are going to go ahead and apply the second coat, and then we are going to start with the design. I did end up leaving one nail with one coat, and then I ended up actually doing 2 coats on the other one. But the reason being for that is because I did actually want you guys to see what the nails ended up looking like with just the one coat versus 2 coats. So this one we are going to be doing the 2 coats, and then the pinky we will only be doing 1 coat. And sometimes for the extend gel, just because it is on the thicker side, what I like to do is actually stroke in the opposite direction, just because I do feel like it helps get all the way up to the cuticle, and it actually lets it lay a lot smoother as well. And it doesn't leave like a big old bulk of product by the cuticle area. And I feel like it ends up coming out without the streaks, and you don't end up having to let it settle for a long time. But then make sure to wipe the sides once again. And then go ahead and do a second coat on the white ones. And again, on this side, if you guys do feel like the gel is wanting to pull away from the top of the nail, stroke in the opposite direction, and it will help you like make sure that there is no gaps at the top, and it's making sure that all of the press-on nail is going to be covered. I didn't really need a second coat of this white, but I did end up wanting to do it just because it made it look a lot nicer and cleaner. And I do feel like if there is any wear on the tips of the nail, I do feel like it helps kind of just give a little bit of backup, so then you don't end up having the tips wear off so fast. And then wiping that side so I could maintain my shape. Something that I do want to mention at the beginning of the video, you guys will notice that I did not prep the nail whatsoever. But it is just because these are actually just content nails. These are not nails that I plan on selling or anything like that. But if these are nails that you guys do plan on selling, I recommend buffing the tops of the nails just so then that top coat and everything that you put on top, it is not going to fall off. It will end up staying on the nail really, really well, and you shouldn't have a problem with it. So definitely make sure you are buffing the nail before applying any gel. Just because too soft surfaces, they will end up wanting to pull apart from one another. And again, after that had settled, I am wiping the sides of the nail again before I go ahead and put it into the light. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and get a top coat. Normally I would get a gel and I would put it underneath or put it on top of the nail before putting any type of glitter down. But since it is a gold, I don't have anything similar to gold. I am just going to go ahead and throw the gold down. But if this was for a client or anything like that, somebody was purchasing these, I would try to find the best gel glitter that I have and put it underneath, just because if any of that loose glitter that I am putting on here, if it does fall off, I want there to be kind of like a second layer so it makes it more durable. And if there is any wear on the nails, there still is backup, and there is not going to have, like, I don't know, them not be able to use the nails or feel like they have to throw them away because of that. So I like to have the backup just to ensure that the nails are going to last. And if they do have the beautiful raw glitter, if whatever is left over on the nail, if there is anywhere, that there is still backup and it still looks really, really pretty even after it wears. And I'm going to go ahead and put that into the light for 60 seconds. And then we are going to go ahead and matte top coat. The matte top coat we are using is from Nail Addicts. If you guys do need a discount code from them, I do have one linked down below. Or if you guys, I did end up actually trying their Nail Addicts on my nails, and I don't know if it was maybe the way I applied it or what, but I do feel like my allergic reaction wasn't as bad with them. I know they have like different things, like where their products, they don't end up having like a lot of different things. It is vegan and it is 9-free formula and is cruelty free. So definitely recommend checking that out. If you guys are having a allergic reaction, I feel like maybe it might work for you. Just because I did feel like my allergic reaction was very, very little when it came to that one. Alright, now that they're out of the light, I'm going to go ahead and get some of the things that I need. I ended up getting a stamper. I've been seeing a stamper online. I forget what the name of it is, but basically all it is a stamper that has a flashlight at the end of it. So if you guys are doing Gelx or anything like that, it actually cures but pushes the thing, like any of the sequences down, so it cures really, really flat to the nail. Honestly, I love the thought of it, but I did not feel the need to actually purchase it. I honestly thought it was just like a DIY thing that somebody had made. I didn't even know it was an actual thing someone was selling. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys basically how I ended up doing it. But I ended up getting my flashlight, and then I have a big jelly stamper that is hollow in the back, and it looks like this. And then I am going to go ahead and push down on the nails. I am hoping that it doesn't fall out on the nails, but yeah. Or you could even get a smaller one and put it at the very tip of your flashlight. So I'm going to go ahead and press it down, and this stamper is very squishy, so it's able to wrap around the whole entire nail. And I just love this method, you guys. I feel like, honestly, I don't know why I haven't thought of something like this on my own. But yeah, so I'm definitely glad I came across that video. I wish I knew who had posted it, just so then if you guys are just looking for something simpler, but you guys, if you guys have a jelly stamper that is clear, just I recommend just trying it out on your own and seeing if you could do it. But now I'm going to go ahead and get some of that leftover glitter, and I'm just going to go ahead and put it into the rest of the nail. And I did feel like the nail needed a little bit more, so I am going to be getting a chunkier glitter to add to that, just to give it more dimension. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and get my wax pencil, and I am just going to apply each and every glitter by hand, just because I do feel like if I were to apply it with something else, I don't feel like I would get it into the areas that I want, because I don't want it scattered just wherever. I kind of want to be the one to place it. And then I'm just going to add gel in certain areas where I want it, and then I'm going to go ahead and cure. But you guys could see how cute the little snowflakes look. I don't feel like you guys would be able to layer things like that, but in all honesty, I don't feel like I need to even put the jelly stamper over the glitter flakes, but I could have actually just put it in the light, but I do feel like the jelly stamper, it did help make sure that I didn't end up having to go back and buff and top coat and then buff again. But I am going to go ahead and use this top coat from Montage. Montage's top coat, I do feel like it is on that thicker side, so it does help hold everything down. I did feel like a part of the snowflake, it was wanting to stick up. It is kind of more of like a metal type of snowflake, but is very thin and bendable as well. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that into the light for about 30 seconds. Gel top coats, honestly, I don't feel like they need to go in for a super, super long period of time. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and I top coated the rest of the nails off camera, the ones that I did want them to be shiny. But now I'm going to go ahead and go in with this white gel polish. This is the same gel polish that I used for these nails, but instead of doing it all over, what I am going to be doing is doing the design over, and I am going to be doing a French tip. I wanted to line the sides, and then I wanted to start from the center and swooping out to the sides. And I am flipping the nails so then I could do the same thing and replicate it on the other side. I am going to be doing a sweater nail, so I'm super excited about that. You guys could actually do a gloss top coat underneath this, or you could do it matte. Honestly, I feel like I like either way. I feel like both look really, really good and elegant. But if you guys really, really want it to stand out, I recommend putting a gloss top coat underneath and doing your design over it, just because matte on matte, you guys could still see it, but it is a little bit harder to pick it up in pictures and all that jazz. So if you guys do want a picture, make sure to check out my Instagram, just because I do have a green set where I did do gloss first, and I did end up doing the sweater pattern on top. Now I'm going to go ahead and get milk white, and I am just going to go ahead and pour that on top, almost like a sugaring type of thing. And I am just going to keep on pouring that until I feel like it's as thick as I'd like. Sometimes I will pour it on and keep on pouring it and then tapping it off and pour more, just so then I make sure that it all really absorbs into the gel and it gives that sweater look and it looks more 3D. It gives more of that 3D effect. So I really like doing this. So you guys will see I dump so much on there, but you guys could barely see what it looks like, but I'm doing my best to try and show you guys. But you guys will see in the final result pictures. Make sure to stay tuned for the end if you guys like seeing the final preview of all of that. And then I am going to go ahead and put some stones on. The stones that I am using, some of them are Swarovski, some of them are Preciosas, and yeah. So I am just going to go ahead and get Montage resin. If you guys haven't tried it, definitely recommend trying it out. And then I am going to be getting a caviar bead. If I do find something similar, I will link them down below. But I did end up getting that caviar bead that it almost has like more of a goldish tint to it. But I got that from City Nails in Pomona, so definitely recommend checking them out. But if I do find something similar to it, I will definitely link them for you. But the resin I am using, it does have a brush on it, so I do feel like it does help with like easy application. And this stuff makes the nails stay on bomb. So if you guys are looking for a new resin to try out, and that is really going to make your stones last until your clients come back, definitely recommend checking out that one because it's so good. Okay, you guys, I went ahead and applied the caviar beads, and you guys could see that this is the final look. I hope you guys really enjoyed today's video and seeing how I did these press-on nails for myself, and I did end up sticking them down with the sticky tab. So if you guys want to see more about that, make sure to click the link down below in my description, and you guys will be able to see that. Alright, you guys, I hope you guys really enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys have happy holidays and a happy new year.